Now there's some interesting rumors about a brand new Mercedes that are coming out, and if it's true, I'm really excited for it. Now, the rumor. Apparently, there's gonna be a smaller version of the G wagon coming out, the the Mercedes G wagon, and honestly, I think that's fantastic because everyone loves the G wagon. I mean, it's an awesome, bulky car that looks like it could go anywhere and do anything. It's just a boxy design of it, and everyone loves that car because of the design, and plus the interiors are really nice. It's really high quality interiors, and it has a great engine, and it just has so much road presence, which is why it's so iconic. And honestly, I think a lot of people do want to buy it, but they don't because it's too expensive. It's too out of the price range that most people can buy it. Now, I don't know what the current price is exactly, but I think it's probably over $180,000 US. And that's a lot of money, which it's too much for most people to spend. Which is why a smaller version of the G-Wagon coming out is fantastic news. Now, if they somehow manage to bring this car out and keep the price to under 100, or at least top out at 100, then that would be incredible, and this car will sell really well because people love the G-Wagon, and I think that's the price points that most people are willing to extend to try and get this car. Now, obviously, it's gonna have to be trimmed down for the price point, and I don't think that's too big of an issue. Now, the interior quality might not be as great as the current G-Wagon, and that's okay because the Mercedes on that price point have pretty good interiors, so I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. Now, the one thing I do have an issue is the engine. Now, obviously the G-Wagon has a fantastic engine, and everyone loves the engine, and I don't know if they're gonna bring that engine. I mean, logically it wouldn't make sense because that would cause a lot of problems for the bigger car. I mean, they still want the bigger car to sell well too, so they're probably gonna have to do something of the engine, and I'm worried that they're gonna bring in that 4-cylinder hybrid engine that Mercedes are currently using, and I really hope they don't bring in that engine. I mean, it's not that anything's wrong with that engine. It's a great engine, super powerful and all that because of the hybrid system, but it's a G-Wagon. You can't put a 4-cylinder engine in a G-Wagon. It's just doesn't sit well with me. But Mercedes does have to do something about the engine. Now, personally, I hope they manage to put in a V6 engine or something. Now, I don't know if they have any V6 engines that in their lineup that they can use. I mean, if they don't, then developing a new one at this point in time wouldn't really make sense because everything's going electric, and putting that money into developing an engine that they might not be able to use soon wouldn't make sense. So yeah, there's a high possibility of it being a hybrid 4-cylinder, but I really hope that it doesn't happen. Anyway, everything about the car is just rumors at this point. But yeah, honestly, this is a great idea, and we know that cars like these sell at this price point. Now, at this price point, it could compete with a lot of cars. It compete with the Bronco, and I think it competes with some versions of the Defender. I think it's around this price point, so I'm not sure, but those cars, people love those cars, and I think there's a real market for a sub $100,000 G-Wagon. I mean, just as long as it looks like a proper G-Wagon, even if it's a little smaller, I don't think people will mind, as long as it has the same impact that the G-Wagon does. So yeah, I'm really hopeful that this car comes out and it will be an awesome car, and maybe it will start a trend of a lot more boxy off-road cars from the other brands as well, if this becomes a success, and that would be awesome because we have a lot more options now because of this. So yeah, that's what I know about the rumors about the potential smaller G-Wagon.